Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Champ Chat. It's your EFL latest news and update show. Yes, it's Friday, July 4th. Yes, we're going round two because there's news to be had and news about Hull City. And we're gonna force this through. We're gonna make Champ Chat happen. We're gonna make Fetch happen because there's so much to talk about. And I was sitting here, I was looking at the article that came through about Hull City, and it looks like they have a transfer embargo and they're going to miss out on a few players, one being Louie, and that looks like to be dead in the water. So we'll talk about that too. Also, I'm actually going to do this right early. I'm dropping it into the chat. Someone come and have their say with me today on the Hull City's debacle. Now, we're going to talk about that. We're going to bring that up. We might talk a little bit about Birmingham City. Now, we're learning as we go here. We're learning as we go, just so you know, in the Champ Chat. We're learning about the championship. Obviously, we know about Wrexham. We know about the Premier League teams. But we're learning about the entire championship. And this is kind of an evolving show that's going to be happening. So it is a news show. So bear with me. I'll probably F this up. And as you know, I'd probably F up a lot of things. But we're going to be talking about basically Hull City and what that means with their transfer embargo. And also, too, what the impact is on that with the rest of the league. So anyways, thank you for coming in. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe. We are going to get to 3,001 by the start of the season on August 9th. We're going to do it. And then 50,001 if you know, you know. So we're going to do that. And listen, I'm just happy to spend some time with everybody on this July 4th. And I'm also watching the Fluminense and the El Hilal game as well. And a very, very touching tribute they had for Jota and his brother at the beginning. You could see that some of the players were definitely affected. Cancelo was affected, and Neves, who are both internationals with Jota. And we want to express our warm, hearts go out to his family and friends and everyone who's impacted by the loss of Diego Jota and his brother Andre Silva. So I just saw that a couple minutes ago, and that's very heartbreaking. So awesome. Who's in today? Who's in for the second time? Ted says double duty today. Yeah, it might be more double duty. When you got no one to spend your July 4th with, I'm literally by myself. There's no one here. I am solo July 4th, all by myself for the first time in probably 15 years. So this is a lot of fun. So I want to be with all of y'all. So let's do this. Glenda, what's going on? Terry Arkle, how you doing, brother? Terry, what's going on with you? And MC Dark Knight 117. Hello, how are you? Nick D's in here as well. Chicky's in here also too. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for being here, Chicky Brewer. Thank you for being here. You deserve more subscribers for your enthusiasm, Terry. We just got to do what we got to do, right? It's a process. It's fucking Moneyball, dude. It's fucking Moneyball. And then Sean says, would love Barry coming to Wrexham. What a signing that would be. Could be. Yeah, you never know. And Leap and Sarah. So we may get O'Brien. So we're not going to focus on Wrexham, but we'll touch base on that. This is more of a full championships, show. So we got to break our mindset out. I know everyone. You see the Champ Chat down there with the color scheme. Get that in your head, everybody. Let's do that. So, but someone come in and say hi to me today. But let's break this down a little bit too. So Hull's transfer window slams shut before it even opens. What does that mean? So Hull's transfer dreams just went up in smoke just like that, okay? And the Louie deal is dead. Here's what happened. It is dead in the water. So I'm going to break this down. They have a 3-window embargo, which means for their season, who's moving? So for their season, I'm going to put this over here so I can not look away from you. But I'm going to. So I line everybody. This is coming from Darren Whitcoop, by the way. It's Darren Whitcoop of the Team Talk. And there he is. That's Barry right there. This came up 5 hours ago. So this was the article we're talking about right now. And I'm just going to read this off real quick and we'll get there. Hull City are reeling after being plunged into chaos following a 3-window transfer ban by the EFL. They're missing out on new signings and put them in danger of losing their own players. Okay, that's not good. Thank God we got long before that. The Tigers have been hit with an embargo, which means they cannot pay a fee for a player until January transfer window. Slow down, Josh. 2027. Hull will appeal this, but it's unclear whether they will be successful, as EFL are seriously concerned about their finances with their late payments for Aston Villa player Louie, which was on loan. So that's a big deal right there. all that said, that is a big deal. Late payments, responsibilities of what you're supposed to do as a professional football club is a big deal. So they're not going to let this go lightly. Okay. So they were supposed to pay £3.5 million for a permanent deal for Louie Barry from Villa, and they have alerted that it's not going to happen. So it's not going to happen. So all these things, financial trouble for not just championship clubs, for all clubs, comes up. As you can see what's happened at Reading. These things happen. And listen, at the end of the day, it is a business, and you still have to run it as a business as such. And if you're missing payments, just imagine if you missed your car payment 3 months or whatever, your mortgage or things like that. Obviously, I wasn't able to do that. But, they take this very seriously. And they're taking repercussions on it too. What I like about this, and I don't want to kick a tiger while it's down, is that they're doing it in the off season. Sometimes they do it during the season, and all of a sudden it's like you lose points. They could still take points off of them too. I know that the other teams might have points taken off them coming into this season, but I like that they're doing it in the summer. So, but on that note, obviously the Blades, Sheffield United also are alerted to they want to sign this player too. So maybe that's another way where other teams can pop in and possibly, go in and steal the transfer too. But three window transfer embargo is pretty steep. Only free agents they can sign. But what else does that mean? The Louie Barry $3.5 million is scrapped. Callum O'Dowda deal, I'm saying his name wrong. O'Dowda deal is also scrapped, and we're looking at Ollie McBurney possibly to go to Hull, and Lewis O'Brien, who Wrexham are after. That looks like that's not going to go. That was waived at like 10 or 8 million M's, and Birmingham City. I don't know. Maybe John might be in the chat that they're after him. I don't know, but just the rivals are circling. The vultures are there to capitalize on this too. When you see someone, it is business, and sometimes it is ruthless. And if things go down like this, Hull made their bed. Now they have to lie in it, but others can capitalize on it too. And if you see an opportunity to take a Barry or a Louie Barry or someone along those lines, someone in their team that they can get off the books and go here, they will do that. But the hot ones are Swansea is hot on McBurney. Birmingham City are now sniffing around for some of their targets, and Sheffield United and Derby are monitoring the Barry situation, so that could possibly happen too. It's a big implication for their season because Hull, if you want to start the season off well, right? Currently, right now, Sheffield Wednesday and also a team like Hull, who are a very established side in the championship. Okay, very established side in the championship. You're starting your season off with a punch to the Paul Mullins. Okay, you really are. And much like every other team, you want to have your team in order. Want to have good chemistry, good quality. Your managers in there, your backroom staff. Everybody wants to be rowing in the same direction. In any shape, form, or life, in business or anything, you want to all be rowing in the same direction. When you have things that happening like this, where a transfer ban is happening, you can only sign free agents. Albeit, I'll say this. Parkinson's really good at signing free agents. We just got Danny Ward over there too. You need to reevaluate, and that will start them off poorly. I'm going to say this again. I don't want to say this. This is good for the rest of the league, and this is what the championship's going to be about. The championship is a fucking food fight. It's an absolute food fight. You are getting Eiffel Towered at both ends, and you can use that reference whatever way you want, but you are literally getting Eiffel Towered at both ends. This is a blood, guts, and sweat league, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. I'm so excited to share it with you for this season, minus the 4:30 a.m. Wake-up calls. But I think this is just indicative of how difficult it is to run a football club. Missing payments, missing out on players. What Parkinson had said, I think last season, was going into League One. I'm talking about Phil real quick. I mean, let me rephrase that. There's going to be problems, okay? There's going to be issues. How quickly could you pivot from those issues to recover, okay? You lose three matches in a row. Can you recover? Can you win 4 in a row? Things like that. Those are things that are happening here. Now, we're in the offseason, so how quickly can Hull pivot to recover out of the mess that's going on right there? Do they have players that they're coming through, through your academy, things like that? So it's about leadership. You got to control your budget, but right now this is not looking good for Hull. And also, we mentioned Sheffield Wednesday, but for the rest of the league, who's trying to scrap and claw and get points early on, this is good. To that point, Wrexham play Hull in the Carabao Cup very early. Now, that's something to consider as well. I think that's between the 16th and the 25th or something like that. So you got to think about how wounded is this team going to be going in there. And I don't think that other teams can take it lightly, but you just never know at this point right here. What's going on, everyone in the chat? Chat's chatting. No one wants to come in and say hi to you. How are you? No one wants to say hi to me. Okay. And by the way, Terry, I really appreciate that comment. That's awesome. Pink Eye Pundit? No. Pink Pony Club. That's one of Annie's favorite songs. Carol, what's going on, brother? How you doing? And Mike Wolf says you got to pay your bills. True, you got to pay your bills. You got to wash that hair. Got to wash that hair. Don't want to get that reference. Hull, Sheffield Wednesday, and Leicester. Who's next? Sean, great shout. Now, you say those three names right there, and this is going on what we're talking about too. Barry was going to be their centerpiece, for them, okay, for Hull City, okay. It was going to be their centerpiece. Now they're in scramble mode. Are Sheffield Wednesday in scramble mode? Are Leicester City in scramble mode? Are Leicester City going to get a points deduction? They're talking 12, whatever it's going to be. But they didn't. These teams aren't just going to lose signings and money, but they're losing their spine of who they are as clubs. Now, I will say this. Leicester City did win the league in the last, 10 years, whatever, which is an unbelievable achievement. But, yeah, Hull didn't. Sheffield Wednesday didn't. These are survival teams. These are full-on teams that are in survival. And now, how are they going to capitulate, or are they going to stand up to the challenge? I think this is good for the rest of the league and shitty for a Hull, shitty for Sheffield Wednesday and a Leicester City. But you have to capitalize on it. You have to capitalize on it. Reliable, what's going on, dude? How you doing, my friend? And good morning, Dewey. Where are you, Dewey? Where are you at, by the way? See, Paul's here. Paul Kelly is here as well. Hopefully not the Pink Pony Club. Why? That's a great song. It's a great song. I'll sing it if I want to, too. Nikki D says, just enough to get us in the playoffs. Yeah, we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do. But very interesting stuff. And again, Champ Chat, we're starting to learn about the rest of the league. I'm starting to learn about the clubs and things like that. So bear with me. These shows might not be super long. We're going to do watch-alongs as well on this too. I know Patty's going to do some as well, and possibly other gentlemen, the other gents too on the show, and ladies. New talent, come on in anytime. We always love new talent. So if you want to be a part of the channel, just come on in. Patty, Aaron, and Ken are fantastic, but we're always looking to talk to more people too. Okay, should we move on briefly about Birmingham City? In the earlier show on the Breakfast Club show, we talked about Birmingham City going in for a few more players. There's a few players they're looking at right now. I don't know if that's going to happen, but will they capitalize and go after some of the players for Hull? I don't know, but there's two players that they're potentially signing in. Are we all sleeping on Hull City? Sorry, Birmingham City is my question. I know I'm shifting gears real quick, but are we sleeping on Birmingham City that they're not going to make a big push? They're going to sign players. They have a fantastic squad. I think they put up 111 points, and they're going after maybe Lewis O'Brien, somebody like that. There were two. I don't know the people that were going after today. I wish John was in the chat, but he's not there. But I'll do that later. But my point is this: do we think that we're sleeping on Hull City, that they're not going to be a powerhouse in this league? I think Birmingham City are going to be a powerhouse in the league. I think they're going to go in there to spend money. I think they anticipate themselves going up this season, and I wouldn't be surprised how much they throw at it. I know the transfer window has been really slow, but we just went through July 1st, and it's a new fiscal year. So just know that the moves will start to happen. Everything is already in place. Yes, other teams have signed some players. There hasn't been that flash signing yet, but I would not sleep on Birmingham City. What do you think in the chat? I want to know what you think in the chat. Dewey says Wales. I've been to LA and San Diego a few times, so I know about your time frames. Oh yeah, okay, cool, very nice. Reliable expresses totally opposite approach to Parky. Are they making too many signings early, or not waiting on potential better deals, or are we missing out or waiting too long? they're definitely going for him. So I think they're going for it, but I think every club, this is Birmingham City, that is, every club has their own way of going about doing business. You're not always going to bring players in where it's like that splash signing. I mean, look at Manchester City. They brought players in really early, and for the Premier League. Obviously, they have money, things like that. They're getting things out of the way. Look at Liverpool. I know we're talking about Prem. They've got players in. There's players that have come into the championship. There's like 5-6 players that have come into certain clubs that, they're doing their business early. You never know what the financial situation is for any club for that matter. But as far as, Birmingham City, just watch out for them. Do not sleep on a Birmingham City to go in. And I'm not saying that they're going to walk the league. You have Norwich, you have Southampton coming down, Ipswich. Everyone's picking Ipswich to do business, but and just go right back up. But that's not always the case in this league. As you can see, the manager carousel, players getting hurt, things like that can happen. You just need to be aware of the fact that it's going to be a food fight, and I'm up for it. Really excited about it. DJ C 2525, where are you from? Where are you watching from, my friend? And who do you support? And Reliable says, I think they'll contend. So Birmingham, you think they'll contend? Birmingham City, I think they will contend too. Birmingham City will contend. I think they have a major opportunity in front of them. I think they need to strike while the iron is hot. And they have good leadership. They have money behind them. They have the means to do that. And honestly, the quality of what that club is, they should be pushing for going up this season as well. Sean says, Birmingham City may need to be careful. PSR rules, which are calculated on the last 3 seasons, no matter which division you're in. Good shout right there. So what he's saying is basically like they've been relegated. They're not new money, right? They're relegated 2 seasons ago. They came down. What is their money coming in rather than going out? That's a good shout, Sean. Might come into play, but I think it's a good shout. I still think they're going to go and do business. Paul says, I believe Birmingham is playoffs are higher this season. Strong team, very strong. They're a strong team that are investing to get even stronger, and they can go out and spend, as we know, 15 M's on a Stanfield. They can go out and spend money that other teams can't. You know what I mean? So interesting stuff there. Faladath. Who do you support, and where are you watching from? All the new people that are coming in the champ chat, I want to know who you are. You're going to be a part of this channel. Hook or crook, you're going to get in there. Okay. Do the Birmingham City owners really have big money, or is it a scam? Their plans seem crazy. Well, no, I think no. I don't think it's a scam. But good shout. And you always can come in and have your say, and I like that. I don't think it's a scam. Do they have big money? They have money. They have money to spend. They're backed. And I wish John was in here. John could talk about it, Webby as well. But it's not a scam. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. They have a good consortium behind them, and there is a plan. There's a pure plan. They're taking off kind of the Wrexham plan as well, which is documentary, all those things we haven't seen yet. But it's a good take. But we'll see how it goes down. And thanks for coming in. And tell me where you're watching from and who do you support? Everyone that's new to the chat. Seth Tikal, Birmingham City FC, or BCFC, hard to compare to us. They were only in the championship 2 years ago, and we were in League Two. There are multiple windows ahead of us for recruiting for this level. That's a good shout, too. He or she is, I think it's Stephanie, I'm guessing, is referring to Wrexham. That's true. But everyone's in their own process, and everyone's doing their own bits for sure. So good shout right there. Okay. Wrexham are my second club after Sunderland. Ooh, Terry. Sunderland till you die. Okay. I like it. Sunderland. How are Sunderland going to do this year? I'd love to know about that. And once Birmingham gets that Sportsplex shopping district going, they're going to be flush with cash. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Welsh, Faladath? How do I, Faladath? And you support the Foxes. Okay, Leicester City. Very nice. How are Leicester going to do? No. But all right, this is good. Just getting started on what we're doing with this Champ Chat show. Again, we had some things yesterday. We had a show yesterday. It was going through the teams, but Champ Chat's going to pick off. It's going to be a big, big part of the local pundit this season. So just keep an eye out for it. I know these aren't long shows yet, but we'll get them going. We'll work on it. But I wanted to drop in and talk about Hull City and about how, their season. I'm not saying it's over, but it's definitely taking a kick to the Paul Mullins right away. And I also wanted to talk about, I think Birmingham City are going to be actually a really good contender this season as well. So check that out. If anything else comes up on in the championship chatter, championship chatter, we'll get there. We'll break it on the local one as we do. And yes, I hope you like the color scheme. It's not going anywhere. And he says that Leicester City would be terrible. Well, hopefully not that terrible, so you don't have a good season enjoying watching your football. So, but it's good stuff. All right, you're very welcome, Reliable Express. Yes, quick short show, 2 shows today. We did a go back and watch the Breakfast Club about primetime, about all the games being moved around a little bit for Sky Sports. Go check that out. And then Champ Chat's growing as we do it. And let's do it. And also he said, we will survive at the premiere. Terry, talking about Sunderland. Let's see if that happens too. Okay, smash the like on the video, subscribe if you haven't, share it out to all your friends that aren't just Wrexham supporters. We have Leicester City supporters in here. We have Sunderland supporters in here. It's starting to grow. That's what this community is going to be. And wait till we do the watch-alongs. It's going to be fantastic. And then I believe that the call-in shows will also be full call-in for the entire league at some point for the season. Not at some point, for the season. So think about that. The Rextra time will be a full-on call-in for, it might not be called Rextra time, but we'll do a call-in show for the entire league, which is going to be a lot of fun. So get excited for this. Kim says it's over. Relegation is all but guaranteed for Hull. Kim's going all in. And thanks for doing this, Josh. Appreciate you all. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, man. I'm just by myself today on July 4th, so I figured I'd do a couple shows. Maybe I'll pop on later. You're very welcome, Leap and Sarah. And on that pink bombshell, well, I think we could have started the show off with on that bombshell, Hull are in the shit, But anyways, good to see you. Happy 4th of July on that bombshell. See y'all soon.